Hello, lovely people. I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you for clicking. This is episode 11 on Mr. James's project. This project is located in Tema Community 25. It's been a while since I heard the video of Mr. James. So, Mr. James, thank you once again for all the opportunities given me. I want to say thank you for your support, your love. Um, yes, whenever I go wrong, you send me messages personally just to put me straight. So, yes, this is Mr. James's 5 bedroom, 6 bedroom house. It was a 5 bedroom, but we've created a boys' quarters within, so making it a 6 bedroom. The size has not increased. We only partitioned the room. One of the rooms in the ground floor was huge, so we just divided it, and that is it. So welcome you to Tema Community 25. We are back at the site and we are forming the first floor formwork. Okay, so all you're seeing is the first floor formwork. Those are the beam plate. Okay, those you see by the door up there, those are the beam plate. Okay, so these are the lintel beams that they are forming for the formwork. Okay, these are going to be for the beams. You can call them lintel beams or form beam work. So the estimated cost for the entire formwork right here is 133,070 Ghana cedis. The reason for this, there had been a drastic reduction. Okay, yes. Why? Because we bought the wood from one of our subscribers who had already finished her floor decking. And so she was not going to use the wood anymore. And so we bought the wood half the price of what she bought. And that actually helped Mr. James reduce the cost drastically, and it is a great move that he took. Yeah, because once you finish the first floor, you're not going to do anything with the wood, unless, of course, you have other projects that you're going to do. So I urge people out there that, once you're building and you are able to do your first floor formwork, try and sell the wood to someone nearby, someone who might need it. If you put it down in your house, try to keep them, they will get rotten. And by the time you try to use them, probably majority of them would have gone bad. So you will run at a loss. You understand? So Mr. Samuel Edu is the carpenter working on Mr. James's project. Yeah, Mr. Samuel takes his time. He has patience. In fact, whatever you ask him to do, he will go there, take his time, and do everything for you. You understand? Yeah, so I recommend Mr. Samuel Edu for any of my subscribers in case you need his services. Very honest, polite, calm. He's an elderly man, so he knows he has a great responsibility, you understand, on his shoulder. And by putting him on the platform, he is so much pleased with it, and he will not do anything to soil my reputation. So I recommend Mr. Samuel Edu for anybody that needs his services. This is the front terrace. Okay, so from the main gate, you're heading towards this main entrance where we have these beautiful Roman pillars shooting up. So beautiful, so beautiful. So this is going to support the slab at the top, which will be another terrace, okay, from Mr. James. This is closer to the living area and that of the master bedroom, so he could come out and get some fresh air right from there. So we have 2 round pillars, or total of 4 round pillars at the front, and we have this one at the back. This is the kitchen porch. Okay, so right from the kitchen, you can also come out to the kitchen terrace and take a fresh air, or sit down in your lazy couch or lazy chair and sip some wine or some juice. So right from here as well, you have the laundry room, we have the how do you call it, solar panel room, and then we have the visitors toilet, which almost on the same stretch of line. So this is exactly what we have envisioned the entire building to look like. There have been some slight changes, okay, as per the original design. Okay, there were some slight alteration, okay, especially with the front terrace and then the back where we did the boys quarters. Are you with me? Yes. The still fixer on this project is Mr. Isaac Gomado, the almighty steel bender. So in case someone needs his services, you can always call on him. Making sure that you get the right artisans for your project. There are a lot of artisans out there. Majority of them went through technical school, so they understand the basic technical knowledge. Some of them went through the hands of other people that trained them on the field. Okay, so it boils down to whoever that trains you, how qualified is that person. Are you with me? If you need an electrical engineer, Mr. Frank Hammond is on the screen. You can contact Mr. Frank Hammond for all your air conditioning, electrical, wiring, American 110, 220 systems. You can always depend on Mr. Frank Hammond. He has an architectural firm as well, and therefore if you need a structural engineer, if you need someone to come to your site and supervise your project, to snag them, to check if there's any problem with your structural integrity or any of that sort, always call on Mr. Frank Hammond. All right. So with reference to artisans, I was alluding to the point that, make sure you screen and get the right artisans. People will always recommend their friend, even though they might not be good enough, but because they are their friend, oh, I have someone who can do this job, but they might not be good enough, and they might end up, causing you a whole lot of mess. You would have to pay extra, in order to correct those mess. And therefore, do not dwell on emotions. Be very practical, be reasonable, logic, okay, and principled. And I believe those are the things that drives me. I don't wait for you to say, oh, Fabenyame, oh, Yemfanye say that you are going to cause me losses. Fabenyame asembi niha. We have to stay focused and do the right thing at the right time, because this is money. People are giving you their hard-earned money for you to do a project. So you need to be very strategic. You understand? So getting the right artisans to do the right job, they should be able to read the drawing. They should be able to understand even the work of the mason. Are you with me? So because when a carpenter comes and he's going to do a formwork, he's going to see if the blocks are straight, if the top levels are not uniform. It gives a big work to the carpenter himself, because he has to take his time and take a whole lot of measurement, and that could take him the whole day just to make sure he get a top level. You understand? So the mason must do a good job, and also the carpenter too must do a good job. So both artisans goes hand in hand, because once the block work is not uniform, is not straight, is crooked, and the carpenter also come and perform the same thing, by the time you're done, the entire house is crooked. You understand? So the whole formwork should be flat and should be leveled. You understand? And this comes from the very beginning. And then also prior to the beam formation, when they are forming all the beams, they need to take the top level of the block. So some portion of the block, if they're not uniform, some places may be a little bit up and some places may be a little bit down. You understand? So the wood that they're going to place needs to have that top level. You understand? So it is very, very crucial. Get the right people to do the job for you. Majority of our people from the universities will still come and underlearn from those who are not even highly educated, but just from a technical school, because practically oriented people are those we need. Yes, and therefore make sure you get the right people to do the job for you. Okay, so those are the things that I want to put across. So sourcing for wood is also another great factor. If you're not lucky and you have to buy the whole set of wood yourself, make sure you take advantage of selling them, okay? In case you're not going to use them anymore, try to sell them so you could at least make half of the price back. You understand? Some of the wood might go bad. You might even keep some of them for yourself. You might need some petty works in the house that needs to be done. Try to keep a little bit for yourself. The rest, try to get rid of them, because the more you keep them, the bad they go bad. You understand? The bad they become. All right. So there's going to be a staircase in this corridor or in this area, and that staircase needs to be formed such a way that it shouldn't be steep. Okay. So initially we had the same staircase that was almost, looking at the length of it, it was almost getting steepy. So we had to look at the space, okay, and then look at how to be able to position the staircase so that climbing it becomes more flexible and easy even at your old age. So it was exactly what we did, making sure that the staircase is very calm when you are climbing. I don't know the adjective to qualify the staircase though. They have a way of calling it in the construction terminologies. Okay, yes. So this is from the main porch. Okay, you enter. This is the main entrance. To your right is the hall. To your left, you're going to the visitors or powder room. Okay, so this is the living area, spacious enough. Okay, the dining is separate. The dining is separate. So that takes you to the left is the visitors room. You understand? So here at the main entrance, we're gonna have our bulletproof door. Okay, yes, bulletproof door. So all these wood were sourced outside. All right, so this brings us to the end of episode 11. I'll be coming your way with episode 12 to see how the project unfolds. From me to you, shalom. God bless you wherever you are. Bye bye.